July 27th. Wow, this whole month has gone by pretty fast. Hello, replay crew. We have a special show that you're going to enjoy seeing, I think. I got a tank that I'm going to be working on today live, and it's a real mess. So we're going to try and see it, transformation come over this. And hopefully we will have it looking good. So we're going to be starting that probably about 1:30 Eastern Standard Time. I'm just going to take time right now for people to arrive and see how everything's going with everyone. And let's take a look here. All right. I'm not sure. When somebody comes in, I got to check. Hello, Paul. How are you? Does my microphone sound okay to you? Hello, Keith. How are you? I'm going to be doing I got a project today. I will spin you around here for a second. We'll get more people in, but I'm going to give you a sneak peek at what we're doing today. It's a really bad tank. The one right here. My job today is to get all the duckweed out. I'm going to get all the duckweed out. I'm going to get all of the, you can see the particulates floating in the water. That's from the Java moss down here. And what I'm going to do is get all the duckweed out. I'm going to get all the Java moss out, rinse the Java moss out really well, get all that, because it's been suffering because of the duckweed. It hasn't been getting enough light. Yes, we're going to do a proper fish tank clean on this. We're going to get that sponge filter out, and I may even add a second sponge filter over here to get this tank in really good shape. And this tank really does need it, doesn't it? It certainly does. So that's what we're going to be doing today. I figure I should be able to get it done within like, well, I'm going to try and get all the duckweed out, so. Oh, it is. It goes all the way across the whole tank here. I'm going to flip it around here again. It goes all the way across. There was even more, but with all that duckweed, it's kind of dying off a little bit. And I think that's what the particulates in the water are there. And hello, Charlotte. Welcome. Good to see you. Hello, Ed. Ed's Aquatic and Exotics. Good to see you, my friend. Yeah, I'm gonna give it a go here. I'm going to try and get every little bit of duckweed out of this tank that I can. I've been procrastinating at it. And we're going to try and get through this and get... I also have some fish in here that they're getting along all right, but I may want to move some of these guys around a little bit. I mean, there's no major fighting going on, just a little bit of aggression once in a while. They get along well. They're all full size, and you'll see a little bickering with the convicts in the back there, but that's not bad. But we'll be starting that about 1:30. So in the meantime, I'm just going to greet everybody and say hello. So hello, everybody. Hey, I'm going to live in like 30 minutes, 1 hour. Jeff, just cause I know you can't see Messenger. When you're live, but can wait for yours to end. Oh, that's nice. You don't really have to do that, but that's very nice. Hey, Scotty Aquati, good to see you. I'm going to be undertaking a big job here. I'll turn it back around again for you. I'm going to be starting about 1:30. I'm going to be cleaning out all the... I'm going to get all the duckweed out. I'm going to try and get every little bit. I'm going to try and clean all the duckweed out. I got to get all the particulates out of the water column. I'm going to get another sponge filter in. It's a pretty big job, but I'm going to take all the Java moss out, rinse it out really well, and we're going to get it going. Hello, Gord. So good to see you. So that's what we're doing today. It's going to be an interesting project. Now, is my sound? I asked earlier. My sound. I'm wearing a different microphone. I'm not sure if it it's coming across good. Mostly lurking today, okay. This tank's gonna look different when I'm done with it. I can tell you that right now. It's gonna be a lot different. Plus I'm gonna do a fairly major water change. I'm probably gonna do probably at least 50% on that. So that should go fairly well. I usually do about 25%, maybe down to here on average when I do a water change in my tanks. That goes for pretty much every tank in the fish room, about 20%. But this one's going to get a 50 because it needs it. Especially with all that duckweed, I want to get as much of that out as possible, so I'm going to vacuum the substrate even, get as much mulm and everything. And oh, you always do 50%. Oh yeah, I only do 20%. 20% per week. I've been doing that. Well, I'll turn the camera here. This one right here, I do this in 20% every week. And it does pretty good. I've been finding the more I keep I was letting the sponge filters go for like 3 to 4 months. I got my cords down here because I have it plugged into my phone. But the more I maintain the sponges, the clearer it goes. You do 50% as well? Yep. I may need to, for the bigger fish like these, and like for the fire mouths and stuff, I probably should do a bigger water change, probably 50% on those. But the small fish, they don't really need that, from what I've seen. But these guys right here do, especially in a tank that size. Hello, Fish Fam Link. I think everyone figures out a water change routine focused on how much they feed. Yeah, I don't feed real heavy. I feed about two small feedings a day. 30%, but I keep smaller fish. Yeah, 30%. Yeah, 20. I do 20, 25, maybe 30, but generally about 20 to 25%. But today, as you can see all these, I'm not sure if I can zoom in here. I think I can. I want to see if you can see all these particulates in the water. Now that's all caused from the Java moss down there because it's not getting proper light, I don't think. Because I'm going to pull this camera up here so you can see the top of the tank. If I can open this up. There's a lot of duckweed. I mean, there is a lot of duckweed all the way across. Every inch of the surface of this is covered with a thick layer of duckweed, and I got to get that out of it. I've got to get that out of there, and so I can. You can see the fire mouths and the cox are having a good time here. Got a pair of those, but they don't really get in too bad a fight. Bring it back out here. So you can see I got my work cut out for me. I've been meaning to do that for a while, and I thought, well, you know, I've found that when I do my maintenance live, I tend to do a better job for some reason. I think it's just because somebody's watching me do it. Hello, Duck Sauce. What do I do with all the duckweed? Well, what I'm going to do with a lot of it is, even though these two are African cichlids, they don't eat it. I don't know why, but if I put it in this tank over here, I don't have my lights on all my tanks yet, but back there I have a tank full of red zebra umbunas. They will chow it down. Over here I got my dragon bloods, and I have more like a mixture of dragon bloods and red zebras and that other 75. So I'll take it around, and whatever's left I'm going to throw away. I've never sold it. I mean, I see that people sell it, and they actually sell a lot of duckweed online, but I don't think I'm going to go there just yet. Welcome to Duck Sauce. Yeah, there is a lot. And you can see that. Look at the root systems on that duckweed. It really is getting down there. But I got a nice little pair of pink convicts. I like those fish. That was one of my first pair of fish that I ever bred was the pink convicts. I love the silver eyes on them. Nice fish. I know they're not very desirable, but hey, Hello, John. How you doing, my friend? I'm sorry I missed your stream yesterday. One of those days where I overslept again. Aquafunk. Apple snails will clean that duckweed. Oh, yeah. I'm going to be getting some more of those mystery snails. I'm not sure about the apple snail. I think they're the same. Do the same. That's a great idea. Didn't go. I had to work. Oh, well, you know what then? I'm glad if I was to oversleep, John, I'm glad that was the day that I did it because I don't like missing your stream. I want to support you 100%, and you know that. That worked out good for me then. Next week I'm going to have my alarm set, and it's not going to happen. So, but this is going to be quite a little adventure here. We're going to be starting here in about. I was thinking about starting in about 15 minutes or so. Unless you guys want me to start early, it's going to take me a while. I don't want you guys to have to wait around for me. So what I think I'll do is I'll go ahead and start pulling some hornwort out, throw it in a bucket, and then I'll try and start pulling out a bunch of the duckweed. And then from there, I will be cleaning the sponge filter out, pulling out all the Java moss, rinsing it out. We're going to try and get this tank at least a little better today. You can dry out duckweed and store it, and you can rehydrate it. Oh, wow. I started infusoria culture. That's a good idea. Oh, that'd be great, John. You do that, and I will be there, definitely. Duck sauce. Those are different from Oscars, right? Oh, yeah, these are different from Oscars. That big guy right there, that's a dragon blood African peacock. That one there is a red zebra. Hello, Vinoksky, welcome. And then I got some convicts over here that they're from Central America. And then somewhere in there I got a nice little firemouth too. He's kind of hiding out in the back there right now. You can see him right under the red zebra. But yeah, I guess as long as my audio's okay, guys, I'll go ahead and get started. I got my little helper down here trying to bite my leg, so I better get up and get busy. All right, here we go. Here goes nothing, right? Live raw footage that we're all here to see. Oh, I also have a nice little spider up here who built a nest under my light. I got to clean that out too, so we'll do that. All right, my hands are clean. I've already rinsed them real well. This is going to get real pretty. Just going to throw that in a bucket. Let me see if there's any more hornwort up here I need to clear out. Oh, but there's a lot of duckweed there. Okay, what I use, I got a nice big comb that I use to clear that. And just one second. All right, so I got this comb here, and I'll just take it and I'll drag this across the top. And it gets quite a bit. Just gonna put this in the bucket. Now this is my first time trying to clear duckweed out of a tank. So this is not something that I've done before. So this is also first time, but I've been watching a few videos, people with their techniques on getting duckweed out. And I've seen this comb technique used quite a bit. So I'll just keep doing that because I'm getting a lot each time I do it. Take it down to the bucket and give it a nice tap. I think I might have to move that sponge filter out right now, actually. I think I'll do that. Put that in another bucket. Just so I can get back there real good. This tank's gonna get really dirty before it gets better, guys. I'll just let that go. Yeah, lots of mulm, lots of, look at that. Oh yeah, it's gonna be so much nicer when I'm done with it. Put that in a bucket. Boy, that makes it hard to see, doesn't it? Oh my goodness. Hey, Aquafunk, don't. Oh, thank you, Aquafunk. Hey, Mike Myers. I can't really see the chat too well right now, guys, but I'll be checking back here in a little bit. I got me some work to do here. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to grab up all that Java moss and get that in a separate bucket. There is a lot of mulm. This is going to get all rinsed out. Yeah, I know you're not happy with that. Watch what you're doing. Watch what you're doing. Oh, lots of Java moss. Goodness. Look at all that Java moss. That's a big, this thing weighs a ton. Oh. Lots of particulates in this water. It's going to look nice when I'm done. That's what I'm banking on. That's what I'm hoping for. But this is going to get dirty before I'm done. It's going to get a lot worse. Always darkest before the dawn, right? Oh my goodness, that's heavy. Yikes. Yeah, you know, I never should have let this tank go this long without doing a major. When I started getting that duckweed in there, I thought the African cichlids were going to eat it, but they're not. There's a lot of nice Java moss in here, though. Even all these little bits and pieces here, I might put in the 55 later. I got a lot back here too. Oh wow, look at all this. Whoa. I'll be back over there to the chat in a minute, guys. I'm just going to get the rest of this out. Yikes. Feeling around there. Probably get bit by one of these convicts. I'm not sure if they've been breeding or not. They might. Just got to make sure I don't freak out and break the tank or anything. Alright, so we got all this. Look out, guys. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to take a net and go in there and yikes. Well, do I have my net here? I'm going to grab my net, guys, and I'll be right back. I got to set the microphone down because it doesn't reach all the way over to it. I'll be right back. Okay. Alrighty. Yeah, I hear you. You don't want to get wet, you got to move. My cat's down here trying to help me. Okay, I just got to reattach my microphone here. I kind of like doing this raw live footage, you know? It really does help me to actually do something, you know, when I'm what's going on with this thing? Oh my goodness. Oh, you know what the problem is? This is weird. After having my hand in that tank, I can't squeeze the clip because it's slipping out of my fingers. Yeah, I hear you, tank. Okay, here we go. We're getting it, guys. Sorry about the delay on that. Okay, let's get this in there and start grabbing up a bunch of stuff here. Look out, guys. Yeah, you guys are gonna be free. I should have probably moved those guys out. I'm not going after the fish. I'm just going after all this junk. This is going to be so much better for them when I'm done. I mean, I do the water changes, but you know, they just haven't done a vacuum in such a long time. I'm better than that. I don't know why I let it go. But, you know, I don't want to be, I want to be transparent in some of my, this is probably the worst tank I have. This is definitely the worst tank that I have when it comes to this kind of stuff. So, we're going to work at this. Wow, that's heavy. Got a lot of stuff with that one. Come back and check the chat with you guys for a second here. Hello, Tanked Up Steve. How do you like this tank? Does that look good to you? And J-Rock, hello. Scroll up here and see what I... Oh, uh-oh. Big Fish Lad should have live streamed together some... I've been trying to get Big Fish Lad too, and I've been on with Aquafunk. That's fun. We should all get together sometime here. Let's see, I'm just going up and see what all I missed. Mike Myers, hello. I will be taking a short break every so often to take a sip of my coffee because this is still fairly early for me. Well, let me get back to work now. Look out, guys. Watch out. I might even have to take this top off completely in order to get all of this. I know I'm going to. But wow, I'm getting a lot. The way I see it, even if I miss a couple little pieces, it'll be easier to clean out once the tank is clear and I'm able to see better. Right now, this is so murky in here. There's a lot of stuff, but I can always go in with a net like this and continually clean it out. Wow, it's getting a lot. Oh yeah, this is getting quite a bit here. Let's see if you can see all that. A lot of stuff. That's mostly all well, duckweed and Java moss mix, but I'm going to be rinsing all that out. So what I'm going to do next, because this is getting so bad in here, I'm going to do a few more passes with this net, and then I'm going to start the vacuum and start getting some of this water changed. And then I'll be able to see better, hopefully. And get more stuff out. Because I'm getting a lot right now. This is coming out pretty good. Oh yeah, whew, that's heavy. Look at all this stuff. I'm getting a lot. I don't know how well this is entertaining or not, but it sure feels good to do it. I've been procrastinating. I'm a procrastinator, and I don't like procrastinating, but I'm good at it. I don't like to be. All right. Okay, so now I'm going to slide these buckets over, and I'm going to pull my chair over. I'm going to sit and start vacuuming this tank down a little bit. Okay. Oops. Okay. Let me see. just going to slide this over for just a moment, guys. I want to pull my chair around. Because after a while, standing hunched over the tank like that, my back will start hurting, and I don't want that to happen. I just got to move my table. It's amazing. I thought I was so prepared, you know, but when you get started, you just realize that I think that's all right. Check the chat here. It's a very refreshing. Oh, good. Yeah, hello, John Parker. That's my good friend, John. How you doing? I used to work with John for many years. Good to see you, John. Look at this tank. Isn't that lovely? Hopefully it looks better when I'm done. Live raw footage right here. Okay, let's get going here. Because these fish aren't happy with this water, and I don't blame them. Let's start it out. Start getting a lot of this crap out. We're going to get this tank straightened out, guys, one way or another. I just can't go too deep because the aragonite sand in there will go all the way up the tube, so I just got to be a little careful. Just old school here. I just do this with buckets out, but then tank I do have a nice sink down here, and I'll be able to get the water and the safe in there to dechlorinate. So yeah, it's going to take a few times. I'm probably going to need to put water in, take more water out. All right, there's one 5-gallon bucket. Let's go on to the next. I can go down just so far as to where the heater is, and then I'll just come back with some more water. Oh, that's getting a lot of stuff up though. And like I say, I have so many airdrops here, I might even take one of the sponge filters I have in one of their tanks that are just there to be seated, and I'll just bring one of those over here and get that going. Okay, that's as far down as I want to go with this one. Pull it up. All right. Okay. All right. All right. Okay, and I'm going to carry you guys over here because I can't. I had so much trouble getting that microphone back on me that took me about 15 minutes, it seemed like. Take you over here to the sink. And there's some of my new tanks I got to get set up. I got my stand that I'm building. All right. Sink. Hey, this sink has been a lifesaver for me down here. It's a great big dual cavity sink. Makes my life easy. I used to take 5-gallon buckets up and down the stairs here. And when you have 4 75-gallon tanks, it takes a while to get. I was in a lot better shape doing that, but my back didn't like it. Okay. I need to run a snake down this too pretty soon down the sink. Okay. Now I just take this and I'll just clip it. I have a new device that Gil sent me and that you know about, Paul, the washing machine hoop. I haven't got that hooked up just yet. and I don't have a line big enough to run it over to the sump. But let's go ahead and start getting some water in here and some safe, and then I'm going to just continue to do that until we get some clarity here. Whoops. Okay. Here for a second. All right. All right, so water's going back, and I put the water in not real fast. Let's get some safe in there. And this is a tip that I got from Big Fish Lad. This stuff right here has saved me more money, guys. I cannot believe the hundreds and hundreds of dollars I've saved from this container. Just a little spoon like that. Just a little smidge for this 20-gallon. I'll let it fill up, and then I'll do it again. While it's filling up, I can see the chat and see what we're doing here. Hey Mike, how you doing? It used to be a baseball. Oh, okay. Should clear up nicely, yes. Yep, we're going to get this cleared out. I'm going to be doing buckets in and buckets out as needed. And I'm just going to dechlorinate each time, and I'm going to try and get the temperature matched up a little bit. I normally just do cold water change, but being that I'm going to be probably changing out more than 50% of the water because of how I'm going about this. But it's going to be nice, and especially when I get the sponge filter all cleaned out. It's going to be filthy the next day, and I'll just have to change it and rinse it out again. But it's coming along. It's coming along all right. Let's see here. I'm looking through the camera here to see what it looks like to you guys. Wow, that is murky. Ooh. Murky. Get up there near the top. We'll have to walk over here and turn the water off now and do it again. Okay. I just have to carry the camera around because I can't get this microphone on and off very easily. So, all right, so now. Here we go, round two. I'm not proud that I let it get this bad. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it's good to do this, but I did it, and I just want people to know that I'm not going to hide anything in my fish room just to try and act like I'm somebody that I'm not, because at the end of the day, we got to be ourselves, right? So that's what I'm doing. Those are Malaysian trumpet snails right there. Look at that. Wow. These guys are happy already that I've done what I've done so far. Oops. Oh, geez, all over the floor. I missed the bucket. Damn it. Like I said, raw live footage. I was too concentrating on the vacuum. I wasn't sure where I didn't see where it was going. Oh my God. All right. It's kind of cool though. Some of that Java moss is actually embedded into in the gravel, and that was like, look at it, it's growing. So that's cool. All right. That one's done. Rinse and repeat for a little bit. All right. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is you can't really see this part, but I'm going to scooping out all the duckweed off the top of this bucket. I don't want that going down my sink too much. So I'll just net it all out and throw it in this other bucket. Most of it. A couple little pieces isn't going to hurt, I don't think. All right. I hope everybody's having a good day today. On a nice Saturday right here. I think the weather here right now, I think it's about 79 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm not sure exactly what that is Celsius, but I think it's probably like 26 maybe, 27. Ugh, got the bucket. All right. Oh, shit. Excuse my language. There goes on the floor. All right. Okay. Doesn't get any more real than this, guys. Real bad that is. No. Okay. Back over here. Oh, I was over there. Probably should have started the water back up right away. I'll do it. Yeah. Sorry for jostling you around so much here, guys. Add a little bit of warm to this one this time, just a slight bit. Nice having the hot and cold water. Yeah, that's about right. All right. And each time I'm just going to do a little teeny little bit of this because there's water going out and water coming in. Just a little bit. Goes a long way, this stuff. I remember when Paul did his video on the safe a few years ago. I think it was about 2 to 3 years ago, if I'm not mistaken. And he mentioned that, and I thought, I was on there, and I was like, well, I use API stress coat. And I was going through a bottle of that about every 2 months, 3 months on all these tanks. And there was about $14 a bottle. Well, I got this thing, it does 60,000 gallons. And when you only have 30 tanks with a total of about, I don't know, maybe 500 gallons altogether, that's going to last you a long time. That's no fish room, that's a fish mansion. Well, I haven't. It's big enough to be one, but like I say, I got a total of about 30 tanks, and that's pretty much what I'm going to stick with, I think, except for those new ones. There's always that new tank, that you got to set up. And there's June. Hello, June. I don't know if you've been in already. I have been using the same bottle of Safe for 4 years. Yes, it lasts a long time. I have two. I have this same size upstairs when I do the maintenance up there. But also, those tanks are going to be coming down here too at some point. I'm not sure if I can do that on a live or not, but it's going to be cool though. Let me feel it. Yeah, that feels all right. All right. It's starting to clear out though. It's going to be a lot nicer and getting all this. I got duckweed stuck to the top of the light, or the top of this, the glass top. So, that's a little on the warm side. Okay. When I spilled that water, it went all over my chair, guys. Damn. Oh. But look, good thing about the floor down here is all cement, and I got the air conditioner on, so this floor by tonight wasn't that much water. Is that Kathy I see? Hello, Kathy. Hello there. I didn't see you come in. I've been busy. Busy. I know I had the small tub. I gotta grab my handy dandy. There we go. Let's see. Hey, Shady Grady. Hello. Hello, Stephen P. Top tip, check your elbows for duckweed. Oh yeah, I got duckweed on my arms. Well, it didn't go that deep because it's only there's a few pieces. I make sure I get it cleaned off. But wow, you ought to see this at the top of the tank. I'm going to be able to get more of that out. But it's coming around here. From the very beginning when we seen how bad it was getting. Water off over here, guys. I got to carry the thing with me each time because I need to get a wireless microphone so that I can walk around freely. That'll be the next thing I get. And make it easier to do these kind of projects. Because I got a lot of neat things coming down. I'm going to be doing some breeding projects with my cherry barbs and stuff like that. Let's see here, spend a minute here with you guys for a second while I take a little break. Yeah, Shady Grady, Shady Mike, welcome. Oh, I want a microphone. Oh yeah. Yes, they really do help. Almost ready to go live. Okay, dear, you go ahead. And everybody, you should check out Lottie's live stream. And I will be there as soon as I can. Oh, you can ready to do live feeds. Oh, nice. Wonderful. Okay, guys, so I'm going to go ahead and start on the next bucket now. Let's get this tank done. I got a ways to go yet, but I can see the bottom of the tank now. That is nice. I can actually see the bottom. And it's clearing out. And once I get the sponges in there, it's going to look really, really good. Okay. Just got to grab my vacuum and do it again. Oh, wow. There we go. Put near the top here and get some of these particulates. Get the vacuum going there. I got most of the substrate already, so I think it's up here near the top is where I need to get. I'm thinking this will be the last bucket out. And then I will, once it's, oh, you know what? This is going to be good because once I get it down, it'll be easier to use the net to get all the top scum off. So I've never tried to eliminate duckweed yet, except I take some out once in a while to feed the other fish, but this is my first go at trying to eliminate it out of a tank. I probably should have tried this off camera, but I figured why not? I'll try it on camera. That way I'll do it. It helps me to be a little more responsible when I'm actually putting myself in front of others. Otherwise, like I say, I procrastinate too much. All right. Okay, that's it for this one. Ooh. Whoosh. All right. Okay, now, before I dump that bucket, I'm just going to go ahead and sit here and work on this. I'm going to dredge this across. Look at all that. Oh, God. Lots of stuff. I might do one more bucket. I don't know. I want to get all this crap out of here. I guess you could say this tank hit rock bottom, guys. And now we're trying to get it rehabilitated. Just a little aquatic addict speak. Let's see, got some more over here. Well, you know what? I'm going to be able to get most of this. And once I get the majority out, I can walk by the tank and with a net and I can just grab it as I need to until it's completely gone. And I think by that time, these African cichlids will start eating it because I think there's just so much they couldn't see the forest for the trees, so to speak. Because there's so much of it, they probably thought it was just part of the fixture of the tank and didn't even think about eating it. Hopefully, we'll see how it goes. Let's see what we got here. We're getting all the stuff in the column here. That's getting quite a bit of stuff yet. Look at that. Yeah, we're getting it. We're getting it slowly. Just back and forth. Just dredging it. I was dreading it, but now I'm dredging it. All right. I'm not dreading it anymore. I'm really feeling good about this. Getting this done. Better for the fish, better for me, better for everything, you know. All right, let's get this. Wow, that's got some weight to it too. Wow. Let's see if I can bring it over so you can see all this that I just got. Got quite a bit in there just from doing that. All right. Oh, let's see. I think we're going to do one more bucket out after I fill it up, and then that's going to be good. And then I need to do the sponge filter and add the other sponge filter. So we should be done here pretty soon. Okay, now got to pick you guys up. Grab the 5-gallon bucket. Step over the hose without tripping. That's always nice. And get over here. I'm going to be smart this time. I'm going to start the water while I'm still here, rather than have to walk over there and then walk back. Down you go. Start the water up. Just a smidge of warm. There we go. That's about right. Take a look at the chat here for a second. I'm just doing a fish count to see how many I did this month. Something I have been doing. I can find them all since Wow, yeah, I bet you have a lot, Mike. They will, but the thing of it is, there was so much in this tank. I kept putting it in there thinking, oh, well, I'll just take all my duckweed and put it in this tank. And they got to a point where they stopped eating it. I think it was just too much. But I will take that around, and I can show you these other tanks here. Let's see if that light works. I'll feed a little bit into this tank over here, and I'll show you right now, while that's filling up, how these guys, well, do with it. Except I got my computer up here on top. I have to put it in through the back. There we go. I just put it in through the back. There they go. Yeah, they'll have that gone in a matter of minutes. You can see them up there actively feeding on it. It is good food for them. They'll have that gone in no time. So I'm going to keep track of this water so it doesn't overflow. Let's bring you back over here to the project. The fish projects. Let's see here. There we go. Perfect temperature. So fill this up, one more bucket out, and then we're going to do the sponge filter. Rinse out the hornwort and the Java moss as best we can, and then get it back in the tank. And then that's going to be it. And then maybe I'll do a little update tomorrow to see how it cleared up. Just maybe a short, like 10 or 15 minute live, just to see what it looks like, so we can have the before and after. Because you guys seen how bad it was earlier. We'll see what it does with a little bit of effort. I mean, I haven't been working terribly hard, but it's more than I normally would do on a Saturday. But it's going good though. It's really doing well. Hello, Twisted Koi. Hello, Vince, mate. How's my favorite cupcake in the UK doing? I'm not sure if I've missed anybody in chat, but hopefully Kathy, if you can say hello to people when I'm not able to look. I can see right now Twisted Koi's here, Vince. Looking good. Thank you. It's getting to look a lot better when I'm finished. You should have seen it earlier. It was really bad. It's gonna clear up nicely, I think. I think this tank's gonna look stunning tomorrow. That's what I'm banking on. But look down here. It's really interesting. A lot of that Java moss, guys, is embedded into the substrate, and it looks like it's actually, it doesn't take root, of course, but it's quagmired in there. It looks nice. I'll get this filled up. One more bucket out. One more bucket in, and then that's how we do it. Let's go turn that water off before it overflows. Back to the sink. It's going to be a lot nicer when I get a wireless mic, guys. I won't have to be running you around like that. Sorry about that. Okay. Back over here now. We'll take one more bucket out, and then we'll start on the hornwort and Java moss and that terrible sponge filter. And then this tank's going to start looking better, I think, in short order. All right. I might have to take a break and have a sip of my coffee here in a few minutes, but I don't want you guys to have to wait to see all this. There we go. Yeah, there we go. It's getting a lot of them particulates now. See if I can get you up here to vacuum that. Come on. Get scum mixed up there so it gets in the water column so I can get it. Yeah, a couple nice sponge filters. This thing's going to be crystal clear tomorrow. And I mean crystal. It's going to be nice. Oh, come on, Flecko to get up. Come on. Oh, my little bristle nose. Oops. Yeah, just enough to make me stop my suction there. Okay. Here we go again. And this is one tank I didn't want to drink any of the water from. And I'm glad I haven't. Because anybody that says they haven't are probably likely not telling you the full truth, because in all the time I've been doing tanks, it's happened more than once, to be completely honest. I mean, there's other ways. People use pumps and stuff. You can do that too. But oh, that Flecko's not very happy right now from all the water changing. But it's almost over with. It's almost over with. The last bucket out. All right, there we go. That's the last bucket out. I think we made some pretty good progress so far, though. Really. Feels like it to me, anyway. Now we're going to get another bucket in here, dump this one out, and then we're going to get started on the hornwort and the sponge filter and that Java moss. I'm just stepping over the hoses here. That's why you hear me all old man noises. All right. Alrighty. Out with the old and in with the new. Just a little smidge of the warm. Okay. Yeah, that's about right. And hello, Rob. I'm sorry I didn't see. I've been working in this tank. You should have seen it at the beginning. It's absolutely terrible. And then, oh, there's my safe. I set it over on this tank here. I was like, where did I set it? I do that all the time, guys. I'll set it down and I'll forget where I put it. And then I'm like, what the heck? There we go. A little bit of, there we go. In you go. All right. Yeah, the filters will be absolutely terrible tomorrow. But that's a simple fix. I just take them out and squeeze them out again. Keep doing that until it's gone. Check the temperature. Yeah, that's about right. Okay. Last bit of water. Yeah, the bristle nose, yep. He's not real happy. He's not real happy at all, in fact. No. Oh, let me see if I can get him out of there in someplace where he might feel a little better. Let's get him over here. See if he pulls out of it. Oh, he's doing better already. Okay. Yeah, it's awful big. Like I say, I don't normally do this big of a water change. These fish are probably like, what the heck's going on here, you know? I bet all in all, I probably did more like 75% of the water. I'm not sure how many, well, maybe even 100%. I've done over 4 buckets, right? So that's, yeah, 20 gallons. 20 gallons out, 20 gallons in. And good news, everybody. Charlotte can now go live, and it's going to be absolute. I can't wait. I'm going to get done with this. I want to get this done so we can do that. Okay, I got to go turn this water off. Guys, this is the last time I got to run you around here. Like, well, actually, I can't say that because we got to do the other stuff too. Turn this off. But the dummy that I am, I forgot to bring the bucket with me. It's over here. All right, so that's all the water out. Now we got to figure out what to do with all this duckweed. I'm gonna walk around this way. Makes it a little easier to get to it because the bucket's on that side. Move this net. Look at all that. You know what I got to do? I need to move this computer from off this top of this tank. And set it over here on this chair for a minute until I can gotta unplug it. Not electrocute myself while I'm doing it because there is water on the floor. Ah, success. I'm still alive. All right, let's get you over here. Set you down right there. Yeah, just all right, now I could be making a huge mistake by doing some of this, but I'm just going to add a little more of this duckweed to this tank so they can eat it. There's enough fish in there, they'll eat it. Bring it around the fish room to the other tanks, get them some food, and then I'm going to just dump the rest out. I'm going to strain it with a net in the sink. These guys will do a lot of the duckweed. What I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the hornwort. I'm just going to shake that out in there. As you can see, it's got a lot of duckweed on it. There you go. Well, it's got some Java moss too, but oh, that's all right. If it grows in there, it grows in there. Let's take it over to the other tanks here. Got to turn these lights on. I got a lot of room down here. I just got to get organized and hopefully get more tanks at some point. I got plenty right now, but for me, it keeps me busy, these 30 tanks. Maybe I should just keep it the way it is. Find some willpower here. Keep it better. Okay, here we go. These guys will probably enjoy a little bit of it. There you go, guys. Of course, I got a few holding females in there right now, but these other ones, they'll eat it. I know these guys over here will. Oh, there's a nice clump of Java moss right there. See if I can just rinse that one out here. You never have too much Java moss, really. It really is a good plant to. Just gonna set it there for a moment. There we go. So we got most of the duckweed off this. When I do the final seining of it tomorrow out of that tank, it'll definitely be a lot cleaner, and I'll probably be able to get it under control finally, completely. I was told by my friend Chris Stubbs Aquatics, that I should get some rosy barbs. He says they'll eat all the duckweed also, and I heard goldfish will do it, but most of these are tropical tanks. I don't want to, but rosy barbs might work. I mean, so let's go ahead and put this back in. We'll put that back in the tank. All right, now let's go grab that bucket of gunk here. I'm going to use that big piece of dragonstone right there in my next 40-gallon tank. And I got a bunch of that nice flat rock there too. I'm going to make something nice. I'm actually going to try and do escape at some point. Making our way back to the sink. All right, so what I'm going to do now is I've got this. I'm not using this breeder because I use this for the African cichlids, but I'm not breeding them actively anymore. So I'm just going to dump this water so it gets all those particulates. Got to pull the sponge filter out first. Set that in another bucket. And I'm just going to dump this in here. It's all going into that container. I wish I could show you all of it, but I can pick it up and show you now. I need to clean this sink too. I'm not going to bother doing that today though, because it's boring. But look at this Java moss. That's a really nice Java moss. All right, so I'm going to rinse this over here. So I got to go grab the hose. There we go. Back over here. This makes it nicer too because I won't trip over the hose anymore either. Okay. All right. Set this up where I can actually bring this up and show you how we get this. There's little bits in there that are quagmire, but once those go back into the tank, they'll float to the top and make it easier for me to net out. But look at that, really green and lush. Can you see that? It's pretty dark. I wish I had a light over the sink here. That'd make it nicer. Maybe I'll do that at some point. Okay, so there's one clump. I'm just gonna set it right here. Don't fall. The next step. Oh yeah. All the duckweed I have in my whole house came from a clump smaller than this, about half this size. And I got it upstairs. It completely, almost covers an entire 29-gallon tank. And I'm not talking just the bottom, it goes over halfway up. And 20-gallon tanks are 19 inches deep. That is a lot of really beautiful Java moss. Okay. Should be doing this over. I'm not sure if you can see this all right. I can't see you guys. Okay, there's another one. Set that there. Oh, there's a lot here. Ooh. Well, one good thing though is I got a bunch of those empty ram's horn snails out, shells. I'll just throw those in the garbage. Like this. All right. Let's see what we got left. Oh, we got a bunch left. Jeez Louise. Oh, all right. Okay. Oh, that's just a piece of hornwort, old hornwort. Not good. Yeah, like I said, you can see there's still little pieces in there. It's not coming out, but they'll float up eventually, I think, once it's in the tank. And then I'll take a smaller net and just go around piecemeal and get all the little pieces that I can find each day, and hopefully I can catch up on it and get it all. I think that's the only real way to do it, unless you just completely strip the tank and start out fresh, and I can't do that. Okay. All right. I think this is going to be the last bit of, wait a minute, maybe not. It's a good sized piece of it here. Got a lot of, oops. For those of you who are in chat, I really appreciate you guys being here. I'm going to be with you in just a moment. As soon as I get back over to the work area, I'm going to take a little break and have a sip of my coffee for a second. And I'm very sorry if I missed anybody in the chat. I know my wife was supposed to be in, and she was there to say hi for me. I don't want to make you guys feel uncomfortable. So here we go. Piece of hornwort again. All right, this is going to be it for the Java moss. I'm just going to let that sit right here for a moment. It can stay out of the water for a good amount of time. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab that sponge filter, and that's going to be bad. That one's been about 4 months at least since I've cleaned it out. And yeah, here we go. You can see it here. It's pretty bad. Let me get this up where it belongs to do this. I want that going down the sink. Don't want it icy cold. Okay. Look at that. Oh yeah. Now if I was starting to set up one of these new tanks, I'd just squeeze some of this out in there before I put, to get some of that good brown gravy in there to get it going. It's amazing. You squeeze this out for 10 minutes and then, or 5 minutes, and just let it fill up with water and do it again. And look at that. Wow. I'm not sure how good this is coming across. Let me take a peek here. Yeah, it's going out all right. Getting a lot of stuff out of this. You want to do too much though, because I got a lot of that. This Java moss and stuff still has beneficial bacteria on it, and this, I don't want to get too much out of that. But I got the majority out. So let's go over and get that filter in there. I got to find the base because it fell off from this thing. But, yeah, then I dropped the filter on the floor. Okay. Well, that is all right. I did it again. I set something down, and I don't remember where. Oh, for God's sakes. Let's look around here a little bit. Maybe it's one of these buckets. Not in there. It's not in the sink. There it is. Good. There it is. And that bucket. I knew it had to be somewhere. Alrighty. Let's get this show on the road. The sponge isn't going to look 100% clean, but it's a heck of a lot better than it was. And it's going to... There we go. How are we doing there? That's not enough flow. What's going on? There's usually a lot more than that. Well, that's not too bad. Okay, break time for a second, guys. I'm going to sit down here with you. I'm going to have a well-deserved sip of coffee. It's my second cup of the day. And for me to do, try and do something like this on just one cup is, I mean, that's absolutely unconscionable. I would never do that. But I did. Okay. There we go. Let's point you at this guy, or point you at this guy so you watch him for a second. Whew. It's already starting to look better. Let's see here. Jeff, you sound like me. Yeah. Hello, Melvin. I didn't see you come in. Hello, Adele. Welcome in. I didn't see you. I've been busy. Sorry if I missed anybody in the chat. But I've been busting booty here. Jeff, did you clean that nasty sponge filter? Yeah, I did. What happened to that tank? Oh, that one. No, I haven't done the 55 gallon. Maybe I'll do that later tonight, because that's pretty bad. But as you can see, this one right here, that was pretty bad too, and it's a lot better. That was completely brown, and it had a thick layer of mulm on it that was not good. I tell you, this tank's going to look really good tomorrow. I hope I didn't clean it too much. I've done that before, and that's always been my downfall when I do a tank. If I clean it too much and get rid of too much of the good bacteria, but I think there's enough in there. I mean, there's enough mulm in that tank yet with the beneficial bacteria. It should, and all that fresh water in there, and it's all dechlorinated, so it should be good. Did you? Yeah, I'm going to do that. I am going to do that sponge filter though. It's always in the last place you look. Yes. I hate that though, Adele. You know what? You go on to do that, and it's like, where did I set that down? And it always happens to me that way. I'm gonna turn around so I can see you guys better for a second. Hello, I'm here. How's everybody doing out there? I'm doing pretty good myself here. Oh yeah, that sponge, it was bad. I tell you, I am dying of thirst, so I'm just gonna crack open this bottle of Coke and just do some chugging here for a second. Oh my God, am I thirsty. That was good. Life lessons, I'm doing good. I just woke up now. Okay. Yeah, I got up a little bit early today for me. I'm sometimes sleeping in a little bit. Coca-Cola, yep. That or Mountain Dew, I like that too, but I haven't had Mountain Dew in a while. But yes, hope everybody's doing good. I'll turn this back around so we can take a look at this tank again for a second. I'll be back in a minute. Oh, there we go. My tripod seems to want to move on me here every so often. There. Oh, you're watching the Olympics? Yeah, my wife's been watching the Olympics too. Oh, the picture quality is good? Oh, great. Yeah, it's much better, it seems, on the YouTube rather than StreamYard for some reason. I think StreamYard only allows up to 720p. And the camera on this iPhone is quite good, and I think it allows it to go to 1080. But how does this look compared to the way it was earlier, guys, when I first started? Quite a bit of difference. Quite a bit of difference. I still need to bring the Java Moss over and put it back in the tank. And that'll be pound G. Let me get this magnifying glass here. Pound Gousago. Yes. Go USA, go. You better believe it. Absolutely. Now I'm seeing my Stream Elements little icon on the left of where it says Stream Elements. I see that as blue. It used to be brown. I wonder why it changed colors. Anyway, do you have any idea about that, John? It's weird. It just did that last week, I think. It turned from the brown and gold to the blue and gold. I don't know what that signifies. I'm not sure if it's kind of odd. But yeah, this tank is definitely on the rebound now. I know these fish are stressed. They're very stressed because of the huge water change I did. But it's got to be so much nicer for them. And once everything settles and everything clears up, I can only imagine them trying to breathe with all those particulates in the water that were, I mean, they're still there, but nothing like it was. And those will be absolutely gone tomorrow. It'll be crystal clear in there, I can almost guarantee you. But I can only imagine how hard it would be for them to breathe. I mean, it'd be like us breathing in a bunch of fire smoke or something. That they changed the channel logo. Oh, which is modded, so it changed what we see. Oh, I see. Okay. And here is Lottie's Nature's new channel. I've got her on Stream Elements. She's a great new friend, and she's just in the process now of starting her live stream. So, so everybody support her, give her a like, watch one of her shorts or videos she's coming out with, and definitely give her a subscription. She is my co-host for as long as she's able to, and I'm really happy about that. Coming soon, September 13th, Life Lessons Island TV. Oh, nice. September 13th. All right. Okay. I got to show you this, guys. This is kind of interesting. That little, you can see it there right to the left of the rock. It's kind of floating down. If you go down again, they were eating it. Let's see if they go back to it. But they're still picking at that duckweed at the top of the tank. They're still eating it. And I think the other tank, they're really going to town on it. They're all eating it. So a lot of that duckweed didn't go to waste. It went to a good meal. She could have used free stream yards and streamed to less than 100. I know I did. Yeah, I did too. And I did mention that, but I don't know if she was comfortable to sign up for that. It wasn't that hard. I mean, if I can do it, anybody can do it. Because when it comes to technology, I'm like a, you know, I don't even want to say it, but I'm more than a dinosaur. Worse than a dinosaur when it comes to technology. But I'm learning. Wow, I love the blue background. Oh, I do too. I painted that. I painted my backgrounds with a roller, paint roller. I got most of my tanks that way. I have a couple that aren't painted, but most of the ones down here, I think all but two tanks down here are painted. I like it because it keeps the light in better, kind of, because I got weak lights. These lights are really not that good up here. They're really good, but that holds the light in, and I think it helps. This light on the tank is probably my most powerful one, and it does a pretty good job. But that sponge filter is doing better now too. And there's all the hornwort. There wasn't that much because I think that duckweed was really choking out all the light from all these plants and everything, and also taking a lot of the nutrients out of the water from them. Yeah, the red zebra's doing better. He's coming around a little more now. Yeah, I hope to move all these cichlids out. I got so many different fish I want to bring into the fish room that I can't do it because these guys take up over 50% of my tank space. But well, let's go ahead and my break time is over now. I'm just gonna take one last sip of my coffee over here, and I'm gonna go grab that Java moss and get it back in this tank. Oh, that's good. Nothing like a nice cup of coffee, I tell you what. Okay, let's go over and grab that Java moss. And once I get a wireless microphone, guys, I'm not going to be having to pull you around like this all the time for these projects. There's all the Java moss right there. Just going to grab it. And you can see there is still a few little bits, but that'll float up to the top, make it easy for me to net out. And I will get all of that Java moss or duckweed out of this tank. Let's put this in here. One, it's going to float for a little bit. It might be from the duckweed making it float. Maybe. But yeah, we're going to get a little duckweed at the top of the tank here. That's to be expected. I got some more scum over here I got to get cleaned up. Well, it does want to float. Get on down there. Get on down there. I got to say one thing. I really had a good time at your bingo, June, the other night. I wish we'd do that again. That was fun. I really enjoyed it. All right, let's see how this does here for a second now. Yeah. It's pretty compacted right now. When it's all loose, it'll cover almost the whole bottom of this, but is it going to float again? Looks like it wants to. I use sponge filters in my canister. Oh yeah. And that one's doing pretty good. It was fun, I tell you. It really ran smooth. Some of them was a little bit too fast for me, a couple of them, but I was like, the good thing about it is I just go and click everything and make sure I got it on the bingo. Yeah, we should do that again. We should make that like a regular thing each week, if you could. I think that would be really a lot of fun. I would definitely be there every time. So this is coming around here, guys. It's coming along pretty good. So I'm trying to think now. Am I pretty much got the sponge filter? I got that. Tank's filled up. Oh, I don't know. I could probably show you cleaning that spider out of the from under the light. I don't know if you want to see that. I don't want to get bit either. Yeah, the jiggling squares are helpful. I love that part of it. I hope that somewhere down the line I can get a 75-gallon tank and bigger for my personal show tanks and do the 5-gallon, 20-gallon, 20 long, 40 breeder, and 55 and 29 for breeder tanks. Yeah, that would be great. That would be great. See, because that way, once I get to the point where I can, if you wanted to get shipping and stuff, and once I get better at it, I could ship you all these cichlids here for your show tank. Because I need to move them out because I got a lot of, I got to get more tank space for my black mollies because that's my biggest seller, and I just don't have the tank space to get them to grow out. I mean, they breed good, but I need the tank space to grow them out and do that. Trying to think here now. What else do I? Oh, I could do that late. I think I'll not. I think I'll probably end the stream about 3 o'clock, in about 28 minutes or so. But maybe, just maybe, I could go over and do that filter over on the 55-gallon as long as you're all here. Or should I save? I should save that for another stream because that's going to be longer than. It's going to take longer to do that, and the lights are still off in that tank. But I will do that soon. I was just thinking for a second to make it. Maybe I'll pull this over here to this tank. This is a little more fun to watch for a second while that one's. But I tell you what, this does look a lot better, doesn't it, from when I started? And eventually that should drop back down. Then I got this tank over here. There's my female betta in the middle of the screen. She's a cellophane. Kind of a pinkish color. They call them a cellophane. And those are blue star endlers. But we were talking the other night, June, about the dithers. The silver dollars would be perfect for the Oscars because they're fast. If I know that they have, if you have a Petco's in your area, Melvin, I know that they have the 50% sale on right now. At least I looked the other day and we still had it here. I think it's till the end of the month. But they do it every couple months anyway, so it's not like it's the last time they're going to have it on sale. Hey, Melvin, are you there? Because if they are on sale where you're at, I think they go for about $144 for a new 75. Okay, well, June was asking you how much the 75-gallon tanks are in your area. And I was mentioning that Petco has their sale on right now, 50% off. That's the only way I buy my tanks is when they're on sale like that. There's no sense in me. I mean, I can be patient. I'm just patient. I'll wait for the sale to come around and do that. But I think that little pleco that I added to this tank, I think it made it. I'm going to check out, because I know it was really suffering in this tank over here. And I have a large pleco, but he's doing good. He's on right there in the back of that, by the heater. And it seems to be doing well. But the little one, I think the little one is right here. And as I can see it, oh, nope, it's dead. Because they're picking at it. See there? Look at that. It was too much for it. All that water change was just too much. I probably shouldn't have. That's why I do smaller water changes. But yeah, they got the shrimp crawling on top of it now. I'll need to take that poor little thing out. I feel terrible about that. But you know, it's my fault for letting the tank get that bad in the first place, you guys. I just had to, yep, that's what happens. This is the point where you know you did wrong, and you have to realize you got to do better, and I need to do better. Because that little pleco right there could have made somebody a nice tank cleaner, a good pet. And now it's gone. But for the greater good, I think it's going to help these fish out and it's much better in the long run, because that tank was really, really bad. And now it's got fresh, clean water in it. And it has enough beneficial bacteria in there that it's going to continue to grow in there, and the tank's going to be, tomorrow, it's going to be a completely different, this is going to be a completely different tank tomorrow. It's going to be crystal clear in there. Hopefully the Java moss will have fallen back down to the floor, and the fish will be happier. Yeah, they have zero algae in that tank. Oh, they are just, and every time I throw the algae wafers in there, they have them gone within a half an hour. Looking far better already. Oh yes, it is. And the fish are starting to perk around here too. They're starting to come back. They were a little bit stressed at first, but I think they're going to be just fine. Yeah, tomorrow this is going to be, all those particulates I can foresee, they're all going to be gone. I'm really happy I did this. Because, you know, I think that if I hadn't done it live, I probably wouldn't have done it. I probably would have just kept doing my 20% water change, just let it go, and I get to the point where I just need to force myself to do stuff. How are your Corys doing? How are my Corys and super red plecos? Yeah, I love that tank with bristlenose in it though. I also got blue dream shrimp, and there are a few of them. That's another thing. I want to pull all those shrimp that I can get out of there and get another colony started. I'd like to get a bunch more of them going. Yeah, we'll do an update tomorrow. I'll do a, maybe, I don't know if it'll be a video or a live. Maybe I'll do a live tomorrow, just a short one. Jeff sent you a picture of the new tank up and running. Oh, nice. I will check that just as soon as we're finished here. Can't wait for the weather to cool. Been waiting too long for these fish. Ah. Well, just be patient, Melvin. They're coming. It's easy for me to say, right? It's easier for me to say that. Just be patient. I hope everybody's doing good. I really appreciate you hanging out with me here doing this work. I tell you what, I worked up a little bit of a sweat. It's not, it was harder than it looked. Yeah, you can't, Melvin, you can't have them when it's hot like that. It'll kill them. It's better when the weather cools. I'd much rather ship fish during the winter time than in the hot summer, because at least in the winter you can get the heat packs that last for up to 96 hours. But you put a cold pack in there and it's going to melt within the first, what, 6-7 hours probably. It's going to be mush. Yeah, in the hundreds, yeah, that would kill them for sure. Even with overnight shipping, I think, I mean, that's expensive too, but even with that, it's a risk. It's better to wait till like September, to be honest with you, Melvin, I think, when it cools down, September, maybe early October. And that way they'll get there and they'll be much better. That would be my suggestion anyway. Yeah, the heat packs are better. I can wait for the weather. Yes. Yes, Melvin. That way when the Corys are in the building, they're going to be in the building, right? Right. Well, we have 12 people in chat. Hello, everybody who's out there. I hope everybody's doing good. I'll flip the camera back around so we can take a look at this tank. If you're just coming in, I would advise you to check out the replay for like the first 10-15 minutes, and you can see how bad this tank really was. I mean, it doesn't look great right now, but I tell you, tomorrow this tank's going to look stellar. I can guarantee it. But earlier it was so dirty in there. I vacuumed the entire floor of it. Took out all the Java moss and got most of the duckweed out. But at least now I'll be able to net the stuff with a small net. I can get it when I see it, because the majority is out. It gives me a nice baseline where I can go ahead and just continue to improve it, and then eventually this tank's going to be completely duckweed free. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Well, the salt and pepper Corys are entertaining. Oh yeah. Yeah, you're going to love those when they get there, Melvin. Yep, salt and pepper are nice. I want to get some of those little, I like the, I don't know why I like the albino so much. I guess probably because of my eyesight. Oh, nice. The gumball machine. Awesome. Just doing a water change will get them to breathe. Oh yeah. Get some cold water in there. They're going to take right off. Yeah, I can wait, no problem, June. And plus I have to get my tanks off the floor. Ooh, yeah, that'd make it a lot easier for you too, Melvin. Getting them off the floor is so much easier to do the work. Now here, let me show you here. I got mine on these cinder. Just put 2x4s across the whole thing. And they're up here off the floor about a good 30, what is that, 8 and 8, 6, about 34 inches off the ground, 35 inches off the ground. Makes it easy to do the maintenance. I mean, I'm sitting here in the chair and it's kind of like eye level. I'm 6'2" and I can see pretty good into these tanks. I don't have to duck or anything. I can just sit here and relax like I'm doing right now with you guys. Oh, it feels good to sit down and finish the rest of this coffee up. Yeah. Oh, let's go see the gumball tank. Hey, Mike, can you put that on a live, or do you want me to send a picture to June, or do you want to just run a little live real quick? You could do that. I could end this one and we'll head on over. If you're still there, Mike. I want to see it. I remember seeing those gumball tanks back in the 70s. What I'll do, let's see if he's here. Either way, it's got to clear up yet. Oh, okay. Either way you want to do it, Mike. If you want to run a live, let me end this one, and we can head over and check it out. You want to do that? Yeah, well, you've seen this one. It's starting to clear a little bit. The fish are still a little bit stressed, but they're all right. I did lose. Oh, you know what? That pleco came back to life. It moved. It was right here. It was right here and it moved. So it is still alive. There it is. The one right in the middle. Oh, he said he might go live. Okay. Can't at the moment, driving. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Hey, there's Sarah. Welcome. So good to see you. I've been working my tail off here, Sarah. I got this. You should have seen this tank when I started. I know it doesn't look like much right now, but if you see this tank's going to be really nice tomorrow. It's going to be nice and crystal clear. And hopefully the Java moss will fall back down. But I cleared out almost all the duckweed. I had tons of duckweed in this tank. And now it's going to be a lot better. Hello, hello. I'll turn around so I can see you better. Hello, Sarah. Good to see you. Oh, who's got a kitty? Kitty, that's... I missed something in the chat here. Jim, guess what? I finally got another cat today. Oh, congratulations. That's nice. Oh, that's great. I love cats. Oh, that's nice. I got my 2 old boys. They're still doing good. They're hanging in there for Daddy. They're doing pretty good. They're eating good. And actually, Tinky's starting to add weight on, but Klondike is still a little skinny, but he's still eating good. And he can jump up on a table. I mean, I'm talking a tall table. He's still pretty agile for an old dude. 21-year-old cat jumping 4 feet off the ground. It's pretty good. He can't hear well. My husband's watching Olympics. Oh. Oh, okay. No problem. I found a pleco behind my tank. He was dried out. Tossed him in the tank and he started swimming in seconds. Whoa, nice. Yeah, that little bristle nose in this tank over here. I thought he was dead, but then he started. Let me turn this around. Look at my ugly mug. There we are. And he started swimming around. He was right there. And the other fish were kind of picking at him a little bit. And then all of a sudden he just took off. I think he might make it. It might have been just too much of a water change for him in the other tank that did that. That is really good for an old cat. But you know, you look at him, he doesn't look old. And I don't think he really feels it because he still plays. Now Tinky's more like an old grumpy man. That's probably why he hangs out with me so much. He likes to come up and bite me in the leg every once in a while if I don't pay attention to him. A little love bite, you know. Or a nice slap with his claws out. Just to let me know that he's there. So every once in a while I'm down your stream and you'll hear me scream out in pain. It's like, you'll know why. You'll just walk up and whap me. I like how cats don't need me. Well, I tell you what, my cats, they're very needy. These boys here, these two old guys here, they are needy. They're not really like cats normally. They're more like a dog. Your dog's an old grumper? Oh, he likes the kitten so far. Good. I love it when they get along together. You know what? Plucka don't care about being picked on. We should be the same. Yeah, that's right. We should be. I think we are getting stronger each time it happens, though, you know? We're getting better. Becoming more resilient. I took him to the shelter at this cat. This cat loved him. Oh, nice. Oh, that's great. I just love having pets around like that. She's 3 months old. Oh, that's precious. That's how old my boys were when I got them. Back in, well, 2004 is when I got them. So actually, they'd be about 20 and a half. They're not quite 21 yet. Oh, so all legs. Oh, are you? What's the sale at your in your state, Melvin? What does it say? I think it goes to either the end of the month or the beginning of August. My cats are all supervisors. Yeah, oh yeah. Resilience is a beautiful thing. Yep. It sure is, sweetie. You know that. Got to pick ourselves back up, brush off the dirt, and keep on trucking, you know. Got to hang with it. We can't depend on ourselves, you know. We can't expect everybody else to depend on everybody else. My cats are super. Yeah, my cats are masters, and I'm basically their slave. Yep. That's with no H though, sweetie. S-A-R-A. Just to let you know. They got 60 breeder for $99. Yep, they do. And the I'm not sure what the 75s are. I like those 60 breeder tanks. They're the same footprint as the 40 breeder, but they're an extra foot long. It's 4 feet by 18 and a half inches front to back, and then I think it's 16 inches deep. It's a really nice size to work in. They're great for plecos and all kinds of stuff. Yes, my resolve is firm. Yes, indeed. Let's take a look. I'm going to pull this back over to the other tank we've been working on. See how it's coming along. It's coming along pretty good. And we can see up there at the top of the water, there's not covered with duckweed anymore. There's a few little strand pieces of floating around, but I'm going to, once all this settles, I'm not going to wait for it to settle on this live, of course, because that'd be all night. But tomorrow, when we pop back on here, it's going to be clear. And I'm also thinking I might still cut off a piece of airline, because up there, I got all those extra drops. I can drop another filter over in this corner. I was going to do it this stream, but I can't find my shears, and I don't have my knife on me to cut the airline, so I'll do that tomorrow. And then we can add the sponge filter in there. But by then, you can see right here, this one, you can see how dirty this one's starting to get already. It's really doing a good job. So between that and the new sponge filter I'm going to add to it, it's going to be pretty nice. It's doing a good job there. Oh, rats. The pleco's back, and it looks like it has, unfortunately. But it did the same thing before, and then it started swimming. Wow. Oh yeah, the 55 gallon. That's a 4-foot tank. I think for $10 more, well, that 60 gallon would be a better way to go because you got more foot space on it. You have more ground level. You got more of a footprint. Because they're the same length, but that 55 is 12 or 13 inches deep front to back, and the other one's 18 and a half. Yeah, and 144 for the 75. You know, for the longest time, they didn't have the 60 gallon for sale like that. It was full price. And back then it was like $1.99, and then you could get a 75 gallon cheaper than the 60 gallon. And I thought to myself, well, if I'm going to spend that kind of money, I'm going to get the cheaper tank and get more tank. I'd get 75 gallon for less money than the 60. But now they have that, so it's like, okay. I'm glad they started doing that sale for the 60 gallon. Well, we're coming up on 3 o'clock, everybody. Seems like I have more female plecos than males. I think I got, if you look over here, I think I got more males than females. Look at all them bristles. There's lots of them in there with lots of bristles. Over there, I got quite a few females too. There's a lot of big males in there, right back there by the heater. This tank right here is really happy, doing really good. Playing. All right, everybody. So let's go ahead. I'm gonna. I'd rather go with a 60 gallon breed. Yeah. Yep. I got a lot more. That's good though. I mean, actually, it's better to have more males because they get worn out. Because the females are always wanting to breed, and then they got to go for like, what is it, about 15 or 20 days without eating. They guard the eggs in the fry. I always feel bad for them because they never get a chance to eat. I'm going to go live in a few and do a walkthrough. Okay, great. We're going to go ahead and end this, guys. And if you could, well, we'll just go to your channel and wait for it. That's what I'll do. Let's go to M&C Aquatics and check out that gumball machine tank and do a little walkthrough. That'd be fantastic. Okay. Thank you so much, everybody, and tomorrow we'll have a little update on this tank, and we'll see it when it's crystal clear, and hopefully everything will settle and see how it's doing. So thank you very much. Thank you, Gord. I appreciate it, my friend, and everybody else in the chat. New local Austin needs males. He has none. Oh, okay. All right. Sounds good. All right, guys, have a good one, and we'll see you over at Mike's. We're going to go check out that gumball machine. Okay, Mike, we'll see you in a minute. Thank you guys very much. Bye-bye. Actually, I'll do this. more personal. Have a good day. Bye-bye. Love you all. Bye-bye.